Hi, welcome back to Basement Backgammon. On this episode, we're going to be looking at problem number 2 of Bill Robertie's 501 Essential Backgammon Problems. This problem relates to an opening roll of a 6-2. So I have a 6 and a 2 here. How do we play yellow for 6-2 coming around the board? Well, I'm going to give you 10 seconds to look at it. You can pause the video here if you need more time, and I'll come back in 10 seconds with Robertie's answer. Okay, and we're back. The opening roll is 6-2. The best way to handle an opening 6-2, according to Robertie, is with a combination of splitting and building. 24-18 and 13-11. I'll read you what Robertie says. The split starts to fight for a good anchor on Brown's bar point at a time when Brown has minimal development, which is of course true because Brown has not started rolling yet. The builder gives yellow a bunch of constructive new rolls like 4-1 or 6-3 and all deuces. So any deuce here is a pretty good situation. You can play double deuces over there. You can play double deuces down here. You can play double deuces like this. A lot of different things you can do, all of which are good for yellow. You'll see this roll played a couple of other ways, which are not as good. Some players will run all the way 24-16. If this checker gets hit, yellow will have wasted his opening roll and he won't have a lot of return shots. So if this checker gets hit and he gets back on the bar, there aren't a lot of return shots and you've wasted your opening roll. You got to use half of your next roll to get back in. Go back to what it was. If it's missed, yellow will try to safety it next turn. I'm sorry, excuse me. Yes, yellow will try to safety it next turn. No, I take that back. If it's missed, brown, this is the situation. Sorry, so we're still talking about the opening roll, playing an opening roll of 24-16. If this is missed, brown will try to safety it next turn, and that means several rolls will have passed without yellows making an inside point, which could hand the initiative over to black. Let's see. Some players like to play 13-5, slotting the 5 point. The problem here is that the 5 point is not that the 5 point isn't valuable enough to slot, it is. But this play slots it with the wrong checker. Strategically, yellow wants to use the checkers on the 6 point to make the 4 and 5 points, while the checkers on the midpoint should build outer board points. If yellow plays 13-5 and then covers next turn with a 3, he'll be left with an awkward and undeveloped stack of checkers on the 6 point. So what Robertie here is saying is that you should be unstacking here, the 6 point, you should be unstacking inside, and the midpoint you should be unstacking on the outside, which makes sense to me. So that's what Robertie says about an opening 6-2. We're going to pause the video now, and when we come back, we'll be figuring out what XG says. By the way, this board is Mr. Beige. It's a refurbished Allmark board. I've got details on it in video number 16. I'll put the link in the description. All right, we're here with XG, trying to figure out how to play an opening roll 6-2. I've queued it up into XG. Black will stand in for yellow on the board that we were on, and yellow will stand in, white will stand in for brown. So we're playing black 6-2, and I'm going to hit analyze. This is a money game right now that I'm analyzing for a 6-2. And you'll see that Bill Robertie was exactly right. 24-18 and 13-11 is the only proper way to play an opening roll 6-2 when you're the first person to roll. I've also tried this, by the way, in match play at various numbers, from 1 to 25, all the numbers of match play, all the match lengths, and this answer is the same exactly all the time. For all the reasons we talked about in the video, 24 to 18, and 13 11 is exactly the right way to play an opening roll 6-2. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you very much. Like and subscribe for more content. You'll be notified instantly when I upload new videos, which again I'm doing daily. And now I've committed myself to 501 backgammon problems. So you're going to see daily videos for at least a year and a half. It's going to be quite a ride. If I am going to take off any time for vacation or whatever, I'll let you guys know. But for the most part, you should see daily videos, and this is going to be a fun ride. We're in the opening roll stages right now, so it's going to be fairly easy. When we get to the more complicated problems, it's certainly going to be an interesting conversation, especially in the comments. Follow along in the comments to comment on these videos to see if you think differently than either Robertie or XG. And if you do think differently than Robertie or XG, you better have a damn good explanation, because these are the best we have. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.